I'm a fan of technology, I'm a fan of data, but even within those tools, you find bias. I'm simply saying, can we all benefit from them?
The worst thing that happened in the last tech revolution is that the tools ended up making society less equal, less cohesive, and they ended up, it seems, empowering autocrats instead of democracies. One of the big questions for this new generation and this new revolution in technology is to look back at choices, decisions, education systems, and try to make sure that AI spreads more equally, that the benefits accrue to everyone and not just to a small group.
From a technology point of view, I'm going to start with what we need to leave behind immediately, and it's the move fast and break things, especially as it relates to AIs that are no longer merely making suggestions, but rather acting on internal bias that has been coded into them, and that is adversely affecting many different communities across the board, whether it's healthcare, education, finance. Those things need to change. That's why my focus remains on making sure that we're really thoughtful about the technologies that are built, the data that's already in there, and the data that's being input.
They should be building AI to create tools and to help humans as much as possible. So to the extent that the AI industry can change and can redirect just a little bit, we will all be better off. There'll be less chaos, and I think less chaos means less income inequality and less dispersed outcomes.
Humanity, humans, people, we're far from automating us all out. We still need to deeply be there, all of us, all communities, everyone, so that technologies can be built that serve all of us.
I live in West Virginia, so some of my students don't even have the internet. And so when we just even think about basic access to having technology is a limiting factor for so many people who attend community colleges, especially in rural areas around the country. And then layering on top of some of the cultural factors and trust, and do I want the government to have access to whatever it is that I'm feeding the technology, especially for folks who don't understand necessarily what's in the technology. There's a lot of baggage that can go into this.
The president put out an executive order specifically around AI literacy. If we believe that AI can unlock new opportunities, new productivities in the economy, we have to be thinking about how do we make sure that AI literacy is as broadly as accessible as possible to all groups within the country, to all communities, to all education levels. When there are these algorithms that are carefully designed, that are properly used, there is actually the opportunity with AI to reduce bias. Humans for a long time have had bias in their own decisions. And if we truly get this right, with the right data, there is the opportunity to reduce bias. And so that doesn't mean that there is not hard work to get there in testing those algorithms and having the right quality checks. But I want us to see that opportunity on the other side if we can get there.
My suggestion is never take anything at face value. I cross-check all of these platforms. If I ask ChatGPT something, I drop it in perplexity.ai. Is this true? If perplexity.ai says something, I still research it. If Claude gives me something, I double check it. I still have my common sense, because maintaining critical thinking during this advent of tools is incredibly important. We cannot surrender what makes us uniquely human to these systems in exchange for writing a better email.
have a challenge for you. A minimum wage worker in Louisiana makes $7.75. The idea that their work's going to be replaced by a $150,000 robot anytime soon is maybe not the right starting point for a conversation about job displacement. Instead, I think we should think about a more sophisticated analysis that says, one, where do we actually steer investment in the physical embodiment of AI to do things like, instead of investing in a bunch of logistics robots that replace minimum wage workers, automated welders, a perfect example of a massive tool that costs tens of millions of dollars that requires as many skilled people to operate it as the number of skilled welders it displaces. That if it had a significant amount of investment from the private or public sector could lead to an intellectual transformation of our industrialization. And if we really are serious about onshoring American manufacturing, requires a massive amount of capital to build the infrastructure to do that, where AI could play a very critical and positive role.
The message I try to convey is you have to understand these tools. You have to use these tools in ethical, smart, interesting ways. And if you do that, and if we build it into our organization, and if other media companies build it into their organizations, we are far more likely to have a bright future where we can continue to do the very important work we do.
Thinking about AI, it will mean reskilling, and it will mean thinking about teaching and learning differently than we have in the past, but there's so much cool that can come from it. I mean, the customized instruction capabilities that I can do with students right now already can free up teachers to really spend one-on-one time with students. It can really let students accelerate. And in classrooms where I have to have 40 students, that's a game changer. And so the technology can let us be really responsive to learners' needs, but it does mean that we have to start thinking about teaching differently, and that's a distinct pivot in a career field. If anyone can do it, our teachers can.
Imagination is the ultimate of technology. Your imagination is the one place you can optimize just about every possibility that's required to advance this technology in an equitable, safe, and responsible way. What we really need to do is think about all the possibilities of this technology, to reimagine just work itself or how we approach work, and to understand that we all have to be a part of this AI future.
There are 8+ billion people on the planet, generally with a very strong sense of individual agency and an understanding of our dignity and a pride in the society we're building. And then you've got maybe a couple of 100,000 people who work in tech, who have access to massive amounts of capital, that are building products that are splashy launches and everything else. And somehow the rest of us have said, yeah, they're gonna figure out what this future looks like for us. There's a real problem to that understanding what a society looks like. Just because they have aggregated capital doesn't mean they get to make decisions about my life, my access to a job that's dignified, my ability to get healthcare that serves me and my family, a full bundle of rights and privileges that I get by being a human on this planet. Agency is something quite fundamental to humans. It's our ability to express our values, our preferences, our political rights. Maybe this isn't a conversation at all about AI. Maybe it's a conversation about rebalancing a fundamental fracture in what it means to have dignity in this world.